news. Gas below $2 a gallon, starting to look more like reality than a dream. And residents in Florida and North Carolina may soon see a rather dramatic drop by as early as September. And it's coming fast. I know September seems like a long ways. We're already in August. Main reason? Low crude prices. Well, joining us now, Hilary Kramer, A&G Capital CIO and President. And from Chicagoland, Steve Cortes, BGC Partners Trader and Senior Strategist. Hilary, let's start with this. What do you think we're going to see, $2?
I think we will, because what had happened, there was a dichotomy. The price of oil continues to drop because there's so much supply out there and demand is decreasing. But our refiners, especially out in California, they couldn't handle all the refining necessary that would have dropped the price in gasoline. The bottom line now, they can handle it. I think the price of gasoline will drop, and it will be a real benefit to the consumer. This is exactly what we need, especially as we look forward to, seeing tomorrow. Are we going to see any wage growth?
Yes. And Steve, listen, I think about the people in California because I spent a long time there, but, they've got their own designer gas out there. And so it's tougher for them. They only have a couple of refineries. People confuse this business about oil prices are going down. Why aren't gas prices going down? Do you think they're going to hit too?
I do, Tom. And I think, by the way, it's not so much really about the United States. It's about international demand. I think primarily it's about China. And China slowing down is depressing all commodities. Anything that comes out of the ground, whether it's agriculture or metals or crude oil, anything that comes out of the ground is getting immensely cheaper. But that's not a good thing, by the way. And I don't think that this is a benefit. By the way, we've heard this argument for months and months that lower energy prices are going to produce this consumer boon. And we're seeing, if anything, the opposite. Apple is really rolling over. Disney has been a disaster this week. So America, we have to remember, we are now such an important energy producer now that we are Saudi America, that the price of energy going down is not a net positive to the United States. I think, in fact, the Ewing family, the way things are going lately, they're going to be holding a yard sale at the South Fork Ranch pretty soon if crude prices don't stabilize soon.
Hilary, you're shaking your head over here.
Well, I think it is a very important benefit to our economy that the price of gasoline is dropping and that the price of oil is dropping, even though, of course, it's been a terrible hit for labor in the oil sector, in the oil patches. But ultimately, Tom, it's really that healthcare prices have continued to rise, that Obamacare has been such a disaster. So the consumer, yes, has more money in his pocket because of lower gas prices.
You're right.
But we're just getting hit so badly, and Obamacare keeps getting more and more expensive and is more and more tax on all consumers.
She brings up a great point about the fact that healthcare prices, premiums are going to be skyrocketing this next year. But gas prices come down. But to your point, and I want you to go back to that, in the beginning of the year, they said, oh, look at everybody's going to get this great dividend. Gas prices are going down, and everybody's going to go out there and shop. And the retail numbers have been lousy.
Right. No, it just hasn't happened. This consumer rebound because of energy. Look, it's just not that important to most consumers. It's incredibly important to middle and low income workers, but it doesn't matter at all to the high end. They might complain about filling up their Range Rover, but it doesn't change their spending habits one bit if they save $10 or $15 on that tank of gas. And also, look, the United States is not a smokestack economy. We are a service economy, and we're an energy producer now. So lower crude prices and lower gasoline prices, net, I think is a problem for the United States. It's because of slow global growth. So I don't take away any solace from this. In fact, I think it's a bad thing on balance.
Steve, Hilary, I gotta keep moving here, but thank you. I like the idea of $2. Sounds pretty nice, but I think Steve's right. People are saving their money or paying their bills down or doing something.